As a co-founder of AOL in 1985, Steve Case was an internet pioneer. Today, he's advocating for entrepreneurship outside of Silicon Valley and says the third wave of tech innovation could reinvent healthcare, education, transportation, all the industries that impact our lives. It's nice to see you again.
Good to be back.
So last time we were talking, we were in Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin,
Exactly.
right, at a Chamber of Commerce event. And your whole message was stop sending people to Silicon Valley. People in Madison, Wisconsin should be nurturing the people in Madison, Wisconsin who want to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah, there are many parts of the country we've seen a huge brain drain over the last few decades. That people wanted to do something more entrepreneurial, wanted to be involved in technology, felt they had to move to the coast, and particularly to California, particularly to Silicon Valley. And that's great in some respects. Silicon Valley does a lot of awesome things, but it's left a lot of parts of the country behind in terms of the opportunity to create the jobs that are possible there. So I think trying to encourage more of these communities in the middle of the country to support their entrepreneurs, to create a more vibrant, thriving startup community that will result in more of those companies growing, and in the process creating jobs there and driving economic growth there. I think it's very important that we level the playing field so really everybody, everywhere, can be optimistic about the future and really feel like they have a shot at the American dream.
Not to mention, like, Silicon Valley's running out of places to live and all those other problems that could be resolved.
And you know, there are some challenges there, but even the data here is sobering, really, which is that last year, 75% of venture capital went to just 3 states. 75%.
Was that Boston, New York, and
California? You know, it's actually mostly the 3 cities. It's California, New York, and Massachusetts, but mostly San Francisco, mostly New York City, mostly Boston. And so, how do we spread that? We also, if you look more deeper at the statistics, over 90% of the venture capital went to men, less than 10% to women, less than 1% to African Americans. So right now,
which is so interesting
because
the stats around entrepreneurship generally actually show that people of color are very entrepreneurial. Black women are very entrepreneurial. Women are very entrepreneurial. It's like you got to connect those two things. You're on this tour called The Rise of the Rest. Tick off for me some of the cities that you're going to.
Well, we've been doing this for 3.5 years, and we've gone to cities like Detroit and Pittsburgh and Albuquerque and Phoenix and Madison and Minneapolis and Atlanta and New Orleans, all over the country trying to understand what's happened. So far, it's 26 cities, 6,000 miles. Next week, we're going to be in 6 more cities. We're going to York, Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Harrisburg, that area, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis.
What's the message of the tour?
The message is that startups are alive and well in the middle of the country, but more people need to pay attention locally to support them, mentor them, be customers of them, invest in them, and more of the venture capital sitting on the coast need to invest in them as well, because it's great opportunities as investments. The valuations in these cities are lower because there's less capital there, but it's also a great way to revitalize these cities and really give them a sense that the future is going to be good for their communities. Jobs are going to be created there. They're not going to be left behind by artificial intelligence or robotics or other kinds of things. We can't just focus on the innovation on the coast. We have to focus on innovation all across the country and help these cities rise. You
have been personally investing in some of those businesses. What do you look for that are not in Silicon? I mean, I know some in Silicon Valley, but a lot now that are not in Silicon Valley. What do you look for?
Well, there's a big theme emerging that I've called the third wave. When I wrote a book last year called The Third Wave, that the third wave of the internet is going to really change, revolutionize things like healthcare and agriculture and food and transportation, a lot of important aspects of our lives. And it's going to require a different mindset for entrepreneurs. Partnerships are going to be more important. Public policy regulations are going to be more important. If you really want to revolutionize agriculture, you're probably going to do that if you understand how farmers in Missouri or Nebraska or Kentucky think about things. Similarly, if you want to revolutionize healthcare, talking to doctors and working with the Cleveland Clinic or Johns Hopkins are going to be important. So I think that expertise, much of it's in the middle of the country, which I think will help fuel this rise of the rest. The expertise necessary for this third wave, the partnerships that are going to really help drive this third wave, many of those are in the middle of the country. So if we can understand what's happening and get more venture capitalists paying attention to those startups there, I think it's a great opportunity. So we look for these third wave businesses that are really trying to improve important aspects of our lives and in the process disrupt what's happening right now. For me, the driver 3 decades ago was how do you use the internet to level the playing field in terms of access and information and ideas. Now it's how you level that playing field in terms of opportunity, including access to capital. Make sure everybody feels like they have a shot at the American dream.
Steve Case, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks.